What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is a wild one, okay? So we're gonna check out the greenhouse. I want to go over some of the transplants that I did in the Bootstrap Farmer video, I think last week. I gotta show you what they look like now. Just stay tuned for that. Before we get to that though, I gotta tell you about my day on the homestead today. Man, it's been crazy. So, hey, let's get to it. Now, before I get into how today has been going on the homestead, I got to show you something. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, buddy. I got my box from Bad Boy. They selected me 1 out of 18 people, all right? 1 out of 18 to be their ambassadors for the year. So they sent me some swag. I got the hat on, I got the shirt on. Oh yeah, I got my Bad Boy shirt on. So, but yeah, more to come about that. I'll probably be posting a lot about that in my, on the community page. And I know that some of y'all have already seen on the community page that they did accept me as an ambassador. So that is pretty doggone awesome, especially since I used to sell them when I worked as an assistant store manager at Tractor Supply. So anyway, let's get into today. Man, oh man, oh man. So I had 2 turkeys hatch in the incubator, right? And so I've hatched chickens before, but I've never hatched turkeys before. And so with my chickens, I let them hatch. I let them stay in the incubator for a couple days till they get all fluffy. And then once they get fluffy, I move them to the brooder, you know? I don't wait for other ones to hatch or anything like that, but I just wait for that particular bird to get fluffy, and then I move them on over to the brooder. Well, the first turkey hatched yesterday, and then once he hatched, it didn't take long for him to get fluffy, but I'm used to leaving them in there for a couple of days, you know? And so when I woke up this morning, he was looking bad. He was looking real bad. And his feathers were fluffy yesterday, but today his feathers look wet, you know? And so I'm learning a lot from this, and I learned that with turkeys, you gotta handle them different than chickens, okay? So turkeys can come out on day 1, all right? Chickens can come out on day 1 as well, but I like to wait for them to get fluffy. I guess turkeys are more hardy, and they don't really have to get fluffy before you take them out, but I did notice that they got fluffy way faster than my chickens do. So from now on, I'm gonna take the turkeys out on day 1. As soon as I see them start to get fluffy, I'm gonna take them out, put them underneath the brooder light. Hopefully that helps things. So the second one that hatched never got fluffy, all right? But I was able to get him or her out underneath the brooder light, and he was getting better, right? He was getting better. Let's take a step back real quick. So I had chickens in the brooder, right? I had my meat birds in the brooder, and the meat birds were ready to be moved out to the, to the chicken tractor. All right, this camera keeps cutting off I'm telling you, ever since I got this daggone haircut, my footage been too hot for the camera, you know what I'm saying? Hey, my bad, you know? But anyway, where was we at? We was with the meat birds. So the meat birds, I moved them out, and so now the brooder is ready. Well, I gotta clean out the brooder, you know what I'm saying? So I cleaned out the brooder, I got it ready, went to Tractor Supply, got some chick starter feed and some shavings, some new shavings to put into the brooder. Bam. So I get that going. I get the the baby turkey in there. Everything's looking good. The baby turkey's looking good, trying to move around and stuff. I'm having them drink. I turn around from there, and it's only about 10-foot difference from there to my back door. And I get to the back door, I open it, the electric's off inside the house. So when I get into the house, you know, I'm like, oh man, the incubator. I still got 5 eggs in the incubator. So, and 2 of them were rolling, you know, so they're getting ready to hatch out. So I said, well, let me put the eggs under the light. And then I thought about it, and I said, well, if the electricity out, the light gotta be out. So I came back out here, checked the light. I said, yeah, the light's out. But man, it's so crazy because it was on, and then I turned around, and between there and the door, the electric went out. So, you know, your mind play tricks on you. So I'm like, all right, what's the next best thing? So I've been letting one of the turkey hens sit on eggs. God's working, right? So I said, let me put the turkey chick underneath mama and put 2 of the eggs, because the eggs were moving around, you know? And so I was like, oh man, they ready to hatch. So I said, let me move 2 of them underneath mama as well. And so I did that, right? And I'm like, whoo, and it's real hot underneath there, real, like she's doing her job. And so I went back to check on chick number 2, and he passed away. But he had filled out, his feathers had filled out, like he looked like a baby turkey, you know? And so it did maybe provide him some comfort, but in the end, I think that he had gone through too much stress, and it just didn't work out for him. So, but I noticed just now that the 2 hens that are in there are swapping over duties. And so they're paying attention to the eggs, and they're sitting on the eggs. So I'm going to leave those other 2 eggs in there at least until they hatch. I'm going to check on them probably every hour. And once they hatch, I'm bringing them to the brooder, because I don't want them to stay in there, because they will, they're in there with the mean chickens, the mean roosters. And I just don't trust the mean roosters. I trust the turkeys. And I think that the turkeys could keep the roosters in line, but I'm just not going to chance it. I'm going to move them to the brooder and then just go ahead and raise them out in the brooder. Fingers crossed, everything works. But hey, that's been my hectic day, morning to afternoon. And so let's go do something fun. Let's go check out the greenhouse and see how things have done. All right, y'all. Check out this yarrow. Now, I'm going to try to show y'all in the last video, in that bootstrap video, of how big they were. Like, you can see in here that they are stretched all the way to the edges of the pot. They were not like this last week. So that up potting really, really helped the yarrow. Look at that motherwort. That has to have tripled in size. I will show you also, I'll try to show you the other, how they looked last week. The horehound has grown, but I wouldn't say that it has grown significantly, okay? So, I'm not sure if they just are a slower grower, but yeah, they just didn't grow as fast, but they have grown. I totally missed this yarrow right here. Look at that joker. Man, they absolutely exploded. So the yarrow really loved being up potted. So did the hyssop. Look at how big they are compared to what they were last week, you know? So I may go in here and thin some of these out. I'm not sure though. I mean, they look great. They're healthy. So we'll see. Some other things I wanted to show y'all that I obviously didn't up pot last week. Look at these peppers and tomatoes. I mean, they look really, really good. Real healthy looking. I'm gonna give y'all my secret here in a little bit. Now, this kale here and these cabbages here, I need to put those out today. So I'm gonna transplant those out. Look at that celery. This is my first time growing celery. And man, it looks good. I've heard that, you know, growing your own celery, there's nothing, that store-bought stuff is just nothing like it. Now this tray right here. So this is my lettuces. I got my romaine on the right, my Cherokee on the left. Man, perfect germination. Everything looks amazing right there. I'm gonna get those out probably in another week or so. And then right beside it, I got my nasturtiums. They came up great. Not sure on when I'm gonna transplant those. And then these what are they called? Hoppy Black Eye Sunflower. That's what they are. They all look great, except for that one right there. Joker looks so small. But all the rest of them are looking really, really nice. Got a nice canopy going right there. Over here we got some beets. These will actually get transplanted next week. Today is Wednesday, so probably Wednesday of next week these will get transplanted. Starting to see some of my squash come up. That gentry squash right there in the middle. That's also gentry squash in this row right here. My scallop squash is starting to come up right there. I'm looking forward to some squash. And last but not least, this tray back here, I got some St. Kitts Roselle coming up. I only got one coming up. I got two coming up, actually. There's another one right down in there. And look at that lemon drop. Y'all hit me up in the comments. Let me know if I got a thin out lemon drop. Because y'all see, them jokers is exploding. And stevia. This is the first time I've grown stevia. You can see a little, I hope you can see that. That green right there. There's a couple of them. See if I can get, I don't know if I can get that focus, but there's a couple coming up in there. Looking good. Oh, and don't let me forget the salty dog button. I mean the bachelor button. Marigolds have come up nice. I will thin these back to one in each pot, because I don't feel like you need more than one in each pot. Sorry, I had to blow a fly off of me. But yeah, man, this is looking beautiful. Oh, my power just came back on. Y'all hear the fan? Hot diggity dog. Look at that. Right on camera, too. My power came back on. Ooh-wee. Now I need to get them eggs out from underneath mama and put them back in the incubator. So let me close up this video. So I almost forgot to tell y'all about my secret weapon for my greenhouse. So this right here is called a siphon, all right? So my water comes in here and it goes out here to my hose that I use for the greenhouse. So this little hose comes out of the siphon and comes into my bucket right here. My bucket has fertilizer in it, diluted down pretty far, okay? I probably use 1 or 2 ounces per gallon or something like that, you know, not very strong at all. And it's gonna get even weaker when it comes through here. So what happens is the water comes through here and it sucks the fertilizer up through this hose and adds it to the water when you're fertilizing on the inside, okay? It's a very light dose, perfect for seedlings, okay? I use this only for seedlings. Before they come up, I take this out of here and I drop it into this bucket. This bucket just has regular water in it, no fertilizer in it. And then I use it on the the seeds that haven't sprouted yet. So real quick, I'm gonna squeeze the trigger on the nozzle and show you kind of how it sounds. You hear that? So that's it working right there. So it's currently pulling fertilizer up through that black hose and out through this black hose. And if you want the link to this misting nozzle, I got it from Amazon, and I will leave the link for that as well. I got this actual, this piece of it, because it comes with a different nozzle on the end. Let me show you that. So this nozzle right here is called a dram nozzle. I bought this whole setup right here from Haas, and then I brought that misting one from Amazon. So I will leave links to both this, it comes with this nozzle, and I'll leave a link to this nozzle as well. All right, so I went on ahead and moved those eggs back into the incubator because, you know, daddy just can't leave the babies out, you know. So I went on ahead and took care of that. So hopefully they go ahead and hatch out. I'm gonna go in there and obviously look at them like a hawk right now, and make sure I still see them rocking a little bit, you know, because once they start getting ready, they'll start rocking a little bit, and I'm hoping that they still rocking, okay? But anyway, that was my day. Oh my goodness. And that was my greenhouse and how things are going. I really like how things are going. Y'all know if I say it 3 times, that means I really like it. So oh my goodness, man. So anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Definitely, if you didn't see that bootstrap farmer the up potting video, go back and watch it. I think it was really informative. I just dropped my potato planting video, and I think that it was really informative as well. Definitely had some comedy factor in it, you know, and that's who I am, you know. So I'm glad that I'm getting more comfortable, and a lot of my natural personality is coming out in the videos. So definitely what you see, that's me. I don't know. I'm a poet and didn't even know it. I did not script that. So anyway, y'all have a great day. My electric back on. I'm gonna go sit underneath this fan because it's about 80 degrees out here today. I may be lying, but it's close. It feels like it. But hey, do all the YouTube stuff. Hit that like button, especially if you're still here right now. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share the video. All right? I need y'all's help to push these videos out, because the more and more subscribers that I get, the more people I can reach and affect. Because I've been getting a lot of feedback lately about how my videos have inspired people, how it's gotten them into gardening and gotten them past the stigma of how everything has to be perfect for gardening. And you know, that's what it's all about. Especially, and I'm not excluding anybody here, but especially for my veterans that have some mental health issues that they're battling, that they're working through. There's a lot of us out there. Gardening, anything in agriculture, anything being in nature has tremendously helped me, and I want to share that with the world, and I want to share that with every single veteran out there that may be struggling as well. So yeah, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.